Israeli military has ordered hundreds of thousands of civilians living in Gaza City to evacuate ahead of a feared Israel ground offensive. The directive came on the heels of what the United Nations has said was a warning it received from the Israel to evacuate 1.1 million people living in northern Gaza. Palestinians and some Egyptian officials fear that Israel ultimately hopes to push Gaza's people out through southern border with Egypt. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Dasai festival begins from today, the first day of Navratri being celebrated by observing Ghatastapana and sowing barley seeds for Jamara. Works of repatriation of the bodies of 10 Nepali nationals delayed. Nepalese embassy in Tel Aviv making efforts for coordination. One Nepali student still missing. Israeli military ready to expand Gaza offensive with broad ground operation. Aleppo airport in Syria out of service. The USA sends second aircraft carrier to the region. And England takes on Afghanistan in the Cricket World Cup 2023 at the Arun Jaitley Stadium today. The match to kick off at 2:15 p.m. Nepal time. One of the biggest festivals of Hindus in Nepal, Dasai, has begun. On the first day of the 15-day-long festival today, Ghatastapana is being observed in households across the country. According to the Nepal Calendar Determination Committee, the auspicious time to observe Ghatastapana is 11:29 a.m. The first day of Navratri is being marked by performing rituals, setting up oil-fed lamps and pot, and worshipping Hindu deity Ganesh in Dasai Ghar. The rituals begin by offering prayers to Hindu goddess Durga as per the Vedic rituals. Maize and barley seeds are sown in a pot filled with soil and cow dung for germination of the auspicious Jamara. The Jamara that is being sown today will be offered to Lord Durga. Later on the day of Tika, the Jamara will also be offered along with the Tika. The auspicious time for Tika this year is on the 24th of October at 2 minutes past 11 a.m. It has been said that the works of bringing home the bodies of 10 Nepali nationals that had been killed in the attack by Hamas militants in the war-torn region of Kibbutz Al-Minim in Sedot Negev, Israel has been delayed. Israel has not prioritized the management of bodies since the country is currently at war. 10 Nepali nationals had been killed, 4 had been injured, while another 1 had gone missing since the attack by the Hamas militants on 7th of October. Authorities have said that identification and management of bodies had been challenging. According to Israeli officials, the bodies have been sealed inside plastic bags and loaded on trucks. As per local media, identification of 1,300 bodies have yet to be done, which includes foreign nationals as well. This will likely delay the repatriation of bodies of 10 Nepali students that had been killed in the attack. Nepalese ambassador to Israel, Kantipur, said that she had immediately corresponded with the Israeli government for proper management of bodies of the deceased Nepali nationals. She said that the bodies have been categorized based on the area. In the meantime, 3 journalists of Kantipur television have reached Israel to become Nepal's first media team to report from the war-torn country. Sham Shrestha from Kantipur television, Kantipur Daily's home Karki, and Prakash Chandra Timalsina are currently in Israel to cover the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict. The newly appointed Chief Minister of Koshi Province is set to be administered the oath of office and secrecy by Province Governor Parshuram Khapung today. The oath will be administered to the Province Chief Minister at the office of the Province Governor at 1 p.m. later today. Chief Minister has made preparation to form the province's Council of Ministers. Meanwhile, the names of those who will attend the oath-taking ceremony has yet to be finalized. Speculations are rife regarding who will be appointed as ministers by Karki, who has been appointed to the post with the support by the main opposition, CPN-UML. Province Governor Khapung had appointed Karki as the province chief minister under sub-article 5 of Article 168 of the Constitution of Nepal yesterday. Karki had staked his claim for the post along with signatures from 47 provincial assembly members, along with 8 members from Shekhar Koirala faction of Nepali Congress and 39 from CPN-UML. Mountain goats have started being brought to trade centers from Mustang, targeting the Dasai festival. The Veterinary Hospital and Livestock Service Expert Center, Mustang, has projected that around 8,000 mountain goats will be brought to the markets, targeting the Dasai festivities this year. Production of mountain goats in Mustang has been declining. Due to this, prices of mountain goats have increased, while import of mountain goats from Tibet has not resumed as the Kerala border transit has remained closed. The number of mountain goats that will be brought to the markets has decreased by 4,000 compared to last year. The prices of mountain goats has increased by 7 to 10,000 this year. Price of a type of mountain goat in Jomsom has reached 40 to 50,000 rupees. 3,000 mountain goats are being brought to cities from the upper regions of Dolpa via Jomsom. Mountain goats are specifically reared in Mustang's Lomanthang, Lodhekar, Damodar, Kunda and Baragaon Mukti Kshetra rural municipality. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces regarding ways to address the problem of food insecurity. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
कुन खालको माटो छ अनि त्यहाँ कुन खालको अनि खेतीहरु अनि गर्दा चाहिँ हामीले धेरै त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ इन्कम गर्न सक्छौं
सिंचाइको लागि अलिकति पर्याप्त दियो भने दुई चोटी तीन चोटी सम्म खेतीहरु गर्न सक्यो भने अलिकति हाम्रो देशमा आत्मनिर्भर होला
बिउ बिजन पाउनु पर्यो पर्याप्त मल पाउनु पर्यो
कमाएर खानेहरुलाई सिंचाइ छैन भनेसी सहयोग गर्दा धेरै राम्रो
आफ्नो परिवारलाई पुग्ने आफैले उत्पादन गरेर आफैलाई आत्मनिर्भर भयो भने सजिलो हुन्छ
अहिलेको युवा जनशक्तिलाई चाहिँ कृषिमा प्रेरित गराउनु पर्छ
हामीसँग भएको बाँझो जग्गा जमिनहरुलाई चाहिँ उचित व्यवस्थापन गर्ने नीतिहरु ल्याउनु पर्ने हुन्छ
जसले कृषि गर्छ उले सरकारले प्रोत्साहन गर्नु पर्यो
के कृषकहरुले उत्पादन गर्छ त्यो वस्तुहरुलाई चाहिँ के रे किनि दिएर बजारको ग्यारेन्टी गरेर
युवालाई विदेश जान रोक्नु पर्यो
अब नेपाल सरकारले कृषितर्फ ध्यान दियो भने अब किसान माथि जागरुक हुन सक्छ
समय समयमा कृषकहरुलाई तालिम दिनु पर्यो
सिंचाइको व्यवस्थापन गर्न सक्यौं भने
सबैले खेत रोपे त ल्याउन पर्दैन होला नि
किसान भएर आफै त्यो खेतबारी जोतेर त्यो चीजहरु खाद्यान्नहरु आफैले उब्जायो भने
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question: what should be done to make air services in Nepal safe? Your options are A. Follow criteria, B. Regular testing, and C. Responsible service providers. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. Israel's military expressed its readiness to expand the attack on Gaza with coordinated attacks from the air, sea and land, while the United States said it will move a second aircraft carrier to the region as a deterrent to Iran and Lebanon's Hezbollah. Iran warned Israel of a huge earthquake of resistance if it ceased to halt its war crimes against Gaza as Israel continued its bombardment of the territory, killing all living generations of 45 Palestinian families. In Syria, the Defense Ministry said an Israeli air attack on the Aleppo airport has put the facility out of service. At least 2,215 Palestinians have been killed and 8,714 wounded in Israeli air attacks on Gaza. The number of people killed in Israel stands at 1,300, with more than 3,400 wounded. The rising toll comes as Israel kept up its relentless bombardment of Gaza after telling 1.1 million residents to head south ahead of a looming ground offensive following Hamas's attack inside Israel last week. China's special envoy on Middle East affairs on Saturday called for a ceasefire between Palestine and Israel to create conditions for peace talks, as the week-long Palestinian-Israel conflict has caused heavy casualties. Zai Jun, special envoy of the Chinese government on the Middle East issue, said China is saddened by the increasing tension between Palestine and Israel. He said the Chinese side opposes harming civilians and condemns practices that violate international law. Zai pointed out now the Palestinian-Israel conflict is expanding with the spillover of the flames of war impacting regional and international security as fighting descended on the borders between Israel and Lebanon as well as between Israel and Syria outside Gaza. The envoy said that the international community must be on high alert and work together to prevent it from spiraling out of control based on the principle of objectivity and fairness. He emphasized that the United Nations, as the most authoritative international organization, must play its due role, and the Security Council must bear its responsibility of maintaining world peace and security. Hamas militants launched a surprise attack on Israeli towns adjacent to the Gaza Strip last Saturday with a barrage of rockets and the deadliest attack on the country in decades, prompting Israel to launch retaliatory airstrikes on Gaza and cut off its fuel, food and other supplies. Speaking before the Human Rights Campaign National Dinner yesterday, U.S. President Joe Biden condemned anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, transphobia and homophobia. Biden referred to last week's attack by Hamas on Israeli territory as a manifestation of hate that took the lives of at least 1,300 people, including 27 Americans. The president also lamented Palestinian deaths, saying many innocent Palestinian families are being used as human shields. The Human Rights Campaign, an advocacy group focusing on anti-LGBTQ hate, held its national dinner in Washington, D.C. The opposition National Party has won the New Zealand election, taking enough seats to form a coalition with its allies on the right wing of politics. Incumbent Prime Minister Chris Hipkins of Labour phoned Nationals leader Chris Luxon to concede defeat. Luxon thanked National voters and said they had reached for hope and voted for change. It marks a rapid elevation of Luxon, who became an MP in 2020 and national leader only a year later. The New Zealand Herald reported that a National was projected to win 50 seats with around 39% of the vote. That tally, combined with the 11 projected seats of ACT, a natural ally on the right, would give it the thinnest of majorities in what looks likely to be a 121-seat parliament. Labour was projected to win 33 seats, the Greens 13, ACT 12, NZ First 8 and Tipiti Maori 4. Around 96% of votes have been counted. A final result is scheduled to be declared on 3rd of November. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. The Sai festival begins from today, the first day of Navratri being celebrated by observing Ghatastapana and sowing barley seeds for Jamara. Works of repatriation of the bodies of 10 Nepali nationals delayed. Nepalese embassy in Tel Aviv making efforts for coordination. One Nepali student still missing. Israeli military ready to expand Gaza offensive with broad ground operation. Aleppo airport in Syria out of service. The USA sends second aircraft carrier to the region. And England takes on Afghanistan in the Cricket World Cup 2023 at the Arun Jaitley Stadium today. The match to kick off at 2:15 p.m. Nepal time. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.